Shocking revelation. What really happened behind Nam Ji-hyun and Ji Chang-wook's secret wedding? That sent shockwaves through the KB's entertainment industry? The whispers, the hidden guests, the untold moments, what are they hiding? Join Red Carpet Revealed as we pull back the curtain and uncover every breathtaking detail. Right here, right now. It began as nothing more than a whisper. A barely audible murmur slipping through the narrow hallways of Seoul's most exclusive production studios. In the world of KBs, where rumor travels faster than light, most whispers vanish as quickly as they appear. Swallowed by the next scandal, the next headline, the next idol's photo making the rounds online. But this one clung stubbornly to the air, refusing to die. It was too audacious to ignore, too detailed to dismiss. Someone was claiming that Nam Ji-hyun and Ji Chang-wook, two of Korea's most beloved stars, had already tied the knot. In secret. The notion felt impossible. Fans knew their chemistry was undeniable. Years of drama collaborations, playful interviews, and subtle glances had sparked speculation before. But marriage? Without a single clue leaked to the press? In an industry where even a casual dinner could spawn 100 grainy paparazzi photos, the very idea seemed absurd. Whispers persisted, growing louder, heavier, until they seeped into boardrooms, cafe conversations, and late-night live-stream chats. The turning point came when an anonymous post appeared on a niche online forum for industry staffers. The title was simple, Project Midnight, you didn't hear this from me. The post claimed that Project Midnight was the internal codename for the wedding preparations of a top A-list couple, names not disclosed. But the clues unmistakable. Filming schedules that lined up perfectly. A sudden gap in public appearances for both. And a list of guests that included names known to be close friends of Nam Ji-hyun and Ji Chang-wook. By the time morning rolled around, screenshots of the post had spread to Twitter, Instagram, and even international fan communities. The speculation became a fever dream. Were they filming overseas together? Did that sudden Instagram hiatus from both mean something more? And most importantly, if the rumor was true, how had they managed to keep it from the ever-watchful eye of the Korean entertainment press? Those who claimed to know the truth painted a picture of meticulous planning. The location was allegedly a secluded villa in the outskirts of Jeju Island, guarded by private security and shielded from drone cameras by an elaborate canopy of tents and floral arrangements. The date was chosen to coincide with a major industry awards night, ensuring that half of Korea's paparazzi were occupied elsewhere. Guests were said to have received their invitations via encrypted messaging apps, with instructions to leave phones at the entrance and to use only discreet, prearranged transportation. The more the story unfolded, the more it felt like something out of a drama they might have starred in themselves. Fans recalled the way Ji Chang-wook once joked, during a press tour, that he would want his wedding to be like a spy mission. At the time, it was a throwaway line that drew laughter from the crowd. Now it seemed like foreshadowing. Red Carpet Revealed, an entertainment insider outlet with a history of uncovering celebrity secrets, began piecing together its own investigation. What emerged was a timeline riddled with small, telling details, a florist in Gangnam receiving an unusually large order for white peonies. The same flowers Nam Ji-hyun had mentioned in a past interview as her favorite. A luxury menswear boutique confirming a bespoke suit pickup under a pseudonym that happened to be the name of a character Ji Chang-wook once played. A makeup artist spotted boarding a late-night flight to Jeju, carrying a suitcase marked bridal kit. For weeks, nothing concrete surfaced, until a set of photographs landed anonymously in the outlet's inbox. The images were grainy but unmistakable, a candlelit garden, rows of white chairs, a floral arch under the stars. In the center, a man and woman stood facing each other, holding hands. Even through the blur, the profiles were recognizable, the sharp, defined jawline of Ji Chang-wook, the delicate yet radiant features of Nam Ji-hyun. Sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Social media exploded. Hashtags trended internationally. And fans found themselves caught between euphoria and disbelief. Rejoiced, declaring it the ultimate happy ending for two stars they had shipped for years. Others felt blindsided, even betrayed. Such a monumental event had been kept from them. But the photos were only the beginning. Sources close to the couple began to confirm, off the record, that the wedding had indeed taken place. The guest list, they revealed, a mix of trusted co-stars, longtime friends, family members who had managed to keep their lips sealed for months. Among them were a few unexpected names: a director who had once been rumored to clash with Chang Wook on set, a fellow actress who had previously been linked romantically to him, and a veteran actor who had mentored Hyun since her child star days. The secrecy, it turned out, deliberate and deeply personal. Both stars had endured the relentless intrusion of the press in the past, watching relationships crumble under the weight of public scrutiny. For them, the wedding wasn't just a declaration of love, it was a quiet rebellion against an industry that often treats personal lives as public property. They wanted their vows to be spoken in a space untouched by flashing bulbs and gossip headlines. One source described the ceremony as heartbreakingly intimate. The bride wore a minimalist gown of soft ivory silk, adorned with a simple cluster of fresh peonies. The groom's suit was a classic black tailored to perfection, his tie matching the pale blush of her bouquet. They exchanged vows. The only sounds were the rustle of the evening breeze and the faint hum of waves from the nearby shore. What set the night apart wasn't just the absence of spectacle, but the authenticity of every moment. Instead of a grand banquet hall, they chose to dine under the open sky, gathered around long wooden tables lit by strings of warm fairy lights. Instead of a choreographed first dance, they swayed quietly to a song they had once shared in a drama scene, the lyrics carrying a weight only they could fully understand. When news finally broke in the wider media, KB's industry reacted as if an earthquake had hit. Talent agencies scrambled to adjust PR strategies. Rival publications raced to secure exclusive interviews, and talk shows devoted entire segments to dissecting the couple's timeline. Questions flew like arrows. How long had they been together? Who proposed to whom? Would they continue acting after marriage? And why, above all, they kept it hidden for so long? The answers trickled out slowly, often through carefully worded statements or second-hand accounts from friends. In one particularly touching revelation, a friend disclosed that Chang Wook had proposed not with a ring in a crowded restaurant, but in the quiet of his apartment after cooking her favorite meal. To them, the friend said, no grand gesture for the cameras, just something real, something private. The more the truth unfolded, the more it became clear that this wasn't a scandal in the traditional sense. It was a love story that had simply chosen to grow in the shadows until it was strong enough to face the light. Yet the impact on KB's was undeniable, challenging the unspoken rule that celebrity relationships must be public property. Hyun and Chang Wook had set a precedent, and perhaps, unknowingly, sparked a quiet revolution. As the days turned into weeks, more layers of the story came to light. Guests recounted the emotional weight of the vows, the way the couple looked at each other as if no one else existed. The officiant, a close family friend, of the resilience they had shown in keeping their bond strong despite months of grueling schedules and constant separation. A makeup artist admitted that Hyun's hands trembled as she got ready, not from nerves, but from the enormity of the moment finally arriving. Then came the twist no one saw coming, a short video clip, leaked by an unnamed attendee. In the final moments of the ceremony, in it, Chang Wook lifts Hyun's hand to his lips, pressing a kiss to her knuckles before whispering something that makes her laugh through her tears. The audio is faint, but lip readers online quickly decoded it. Now we can finally start living. That single sentence became a rallying cry for fans. A reminder that behind the polished veneer of celebrity, there are human beings who crave the same simple joys as anyone else. In the weeks that followed, fan art, tribute videos, and heartfelt letters poured in from around the world, forming what could have been a fleeting gossip story into a symbol of hope for private, enduring love in the glare of fame. In the end, the wedding that shocked the industry didn't just alter the lives of two beloved actors, it altered the rules of the game. It showed that, sometimes, the most powerful statement a couple can make is not a grand announcement, but a quiet choice to keep what matters most away from the noise. The morning after the secret wedding story broke, Seoul felt different. It wasn't just the entertainment news cycles buzzing, it was coffee shop chatter, taxi drivers tuned to late-night radio, even street vendors who usually cared only for sports scores now debating how two of Korea's most visible stars had managed to slip through every camera lens in the country. In a city used to catching every celebrity slip, it was a rare defeat for the gossip machine. By mid-morning, both Hyun and Chang Wook's agencies released identical, carefully worded statements, was deliberate. We are grateful for the love and interest shown toward the two actors. They have indeed celebrated a private ceremony surrounded by family and close friends. We ask for your understanding and continued support as they begin this new chapter in their lives. There was no denial. No hedging, just a quiet acknowledgement that the rumors were true. The reaction was instant and seismic. Fans flooded their official social media pages with congratulations. Some writing heartfelt messages in multiple languages. Others, still processing the surprise, posted compilations of their favorite on-screen moments. They had seen it coming all along. But there was another group, the skeptics, who demanded to know why such a significant life event had been hidden. We've supported them for years, one post read. They didn't think we deserved to know. What the public couldn't see was that the decision for secrecy had been a slow, deliberate choice, shaped by years of watching other relationships collapse under the spotlight. For Namji Hyun, there had been one particular moment, years earlier, when a close friend's engagement was destroyed within weeks by fabricated tabloid stories. For Chang Wook, the constant speculation during drama promotions. Even a single candid photo could overshadow months of hard work. Behind closed doors, they had talked about it often. Time comes, Chang Wook once told her. It won't be for headlines. It'll be for us, that promise, made quietly during a late-night walk in Busan while filming on location, had stayed with him. The wedding day itself remained a masterpiece of discretion. Guests recalled being picked up in black vans with tinted windows, driven through winding coastal roads until they reached the villa's concealed entrance. Security guards checked invitations twice before allowing anyone inside. Phones were collected in velvet pouches, with numbered tags to be returned only after the final toast. Inside, the atmosphere was dreamlike. His garden, usually a space for afternoon teas and private retreats, had been transformed into a glowing wonderland. Hundreds of white peonies lined the aisle, their fragrance mingling with the salt in the sea breeze. Overhead, strings of Edison bulbs cast a warm golden hue, while candles flickered on every table. When the music began, it wasn't a grand orchestral arrangement but a single acoustic guitar. Namji Hyun appeared at the top of the garden steps, faintest smile on her lips as her eyes locked with Chang Wook's. He didn't look away for a second. It said the air seemed to still, as though the world itself was holding its breath. Her vows, though short, were devastatingly personal. She promised to protect the quiet moments between them no matter where life took them. He promised to always be her morning light. That made her laugh softly through tears, an inside reference to the early morning calls that had sustained them during long separations. Dinner was served family-style, with platters of traditional dishes passed along the tables. There was laughter. There were clinking glasses. There was no stage, no speeches beyond the vows. The night was theirs, and the absence of media coverage made every moment feel untouched, almost fragile in its purity. In the weeks following, but significant details trickled out. One guest revealed that the couple had prepared handwritten letters for each attendee, thanking them for being part of their journey. Another spoke of a moment just before the ceremony when Chang Wook, standing under the arch, his eyes and took a deep breath as if committing every sound and scent to memory. What set this wedding apart from others in KB's wasn't just the secrecy, it was the intention. They hadn't hidden it to be dramatic, they had hidden it to preserve something sacred. And yet, ironically, the eventual reveal made the love feel even more profound to those looking in from the outside. The industry's reaction was complicated. Insiders praised the couple for protecting their relationship, saying it was a sign that the entertainment world might be ready to respect boundaries. Others grumbled privately that it set a dangerous precedent, encouraging more stars to sidestep the publicity machine that fueled the business. For their part, Namji Hyun and Chang Wook seemed untouched by the noise. A week later, they were photographed, for the first time since the reveal, walking through Incheon Airport hand in hand. There was no attempt to hide. Rushing past cameras, they smiled politely, even stopped briefly to accept a small gift from a fan before disappearing into the terminal. That single set of photos became its own kind of statement. They had kept the wedding private, yes, but they weren't going to spend their marriage in hiding. Weeks that followed, they returned to work, attended charity events, and were even spotted on a quiet dinner date in Seoul. The frenzy began to settle, replaced by a quieter kind of fascination. one rooted less in scandal and more in admiration. Months later, during a rare joint interview, dressed the wedding for the first time in their own words. Wasn't about shutting people out. Namji Hyun said gently. It was about keeping something just for us, for one day, before it belonged to everyone else. Chang Wook nodded, adding, and that day is still ours. No matter how many photos are out there now, it was a sentiment that resonated far beyond their fan base. In a culture where public image often overshadows personal truth, their story became a reminder that love doesn't always have to perform for the cameras to be real, or to last. The night in Jeju had been, by all accounts, perfect. Not perfect in the way of luxury magazine spreads or scripted drama finales, but in the way two people can look at each other and know, without speaking, that they have arrived exactly where they are meant to be. Perhaps that was the real shock to the KB's industry, that the most powerful love story of the year unfolded entirely offstage. Even now, long after the headlines have faded and new scandals have taken their place, those who were there speak of that wedding night with a kind of reverence. They remember the sound of the ocean, the glow of the candles, the unguarded laughter of two people who, for once, didn't have to be anyone but themselves. Somewhere, beyond the reach of flashing lights and endless questions, Namji Hyun and Chang Wook continue to live that promise, not as a spectacle, but as a shared life built one quiet, protected moment at a time.